Corked wine, what is it and how can you avoid it? Cork is a complicated subject and it's a natural product, harvested from oak trees in Portugal usually, and turned into natural cork that's used in our wine bottles. Corked wine is not bits of cork floating around in your glass. That purely happens when you either use a corkscrew that's not good quality, and a waiter's friend is a really good option as a corkscrew. It's simple and easy to use. Or that your cork has dried out sometimes. If the wine hasn't been stored on its side. Now this isn't about picking something on a Tuesday night and not storing it on its side until Thursday. This is long-term storage, and the crumbling cork tends to happen more with older wines, and you can get specific corkscrews for that. But on a day-to-day basis, how should we identify a wine that's maybe not at its full beauty, as it were? Things to look out for would be the aromas. If there's something musty, if there's something slightly vegetal on the nose of the wine, and if there is, it typically would carry through to the palate. So if the wine doesn't smell great, and then again it doesn't taste great, then you'll probably trust your instinct. Take it back to the shop and ask for it to be changed. Sometimes it may just be that you don't like that style of wine, but we would still change the wine for you. Other things to think about are screw caps. Lots of well-made wines from top wineries these days are using screw caps, and that's because cork is a natural product, so the reality is that it can spoil, and it may spoil the wine. They tend sometimes to have some fungal disease which can go into the wine. It's completely harmless, but it may even just strip the fruit away from the wine. So if you want to be absolutely sure, opt for Stelvin or screw cap. And the other thing about this is it's so easy to store. If you don't drink the bottle, you can just pop it back on and put it aside for later. But the good news is that cork manufacturers are trying all the time to improve the quality of what they're doing. So you now have a cork which is called a technical cork, and it's easy to spot from a natural cork because a natural cork has various bumps and lumps and so on, and it's not an even distribution of texture, whereas a technical cork is completely even throughout. So you'll know that these technical corks are almost as good as screw cap in terms of performance and non-spoilage of wine. So to recap, it's a complicated subject, but if you think there's something wrong in the nose or you think there's something wrong in the flavour, trust yourself, you're probably right, and just take it back and ask for it to be swapped for something else.